Hello and welcome in another episode. Today I want to talk to you about the modification I did so far on my CRF300L. And also I have to change the intro because I've been told my old intro sucks. Nobody wants to see a nice view from my window and my coffee machine making me coffee. So the new intro gonna look like that. So that's the new intro, and from now on there will be no nice view and no coffee and nothing like that. So there you go. So the CRF300L, let me start from the front of the bike and we're going to move backwards. So the first thing is the tire, both front and back. As soon as I bought the bike 1 year ago, I changed them immediately because the original tire, they kind of suck and they're expensive. So I sold them, and for the money I got from those brand new tires from the bike, I bought myself two sets, one winter tire and one Mitas MC24 or something, which are very good in the summer but bad off-road and bad in rainy condition. But in summer they're okay. I change tires a lot. I switch between different types and different solutions. So the tires I change, I haven't got the tires original on the bike at all. I have tried them for maybe 150 meters from the shop to my car, and that's it. I changed them after that. The tubes inside are original, and it's amazing for me because I changed the tires on that bike, I think 11 or 12 times for different reasons, and every single time the tubes that came stock with the bike are actually good. They're not very thin, they're not very crappy, and they're holding as long as now. So that's what I changed. The rims are already bent. I'm guessing it's because of the riding off-road and riding in forest. So they're already bent, I can tell you that. They warped, and well, that's what you're gonna have. The bearings in the front wheel, I changed them because they went bad, and I can tell you straight away, original bearings are covered only from one side. The water always gonna get there, either between the spacer and the cement or between the spacer and the shaft itself, especially if you drive deep in the water. And then the water will get into the bearing because the original bearings are covered only from one side, so I changed those to 2RS bearings. Moving on, front suspension, front forks. I did absolutely nothing to them. I never opened them, they original as they were. They're not leaking. The only thing I did, I loosened the bolts on the triple clamps and I slightly moved them outwards. So the bike is a little bit higher. That's all I did to the front suspension. Move it in the triple clamps a little bit lower. Brakes. The brake pads are original. The caliper is original. Disc is original. The ABS sensor on the front is removed. As actually the entire ABS is removed. The pump, both sensors, the steering unit for the ABS, all this is removed. It's somewhere in the garbage can. And the brake hose is changed from original to the steel, and moving upwards with the brake, I have a brake pump from the KTM SX300 two-stroke enduro bike. And the handle is also from the enduro bike. Front fender, I took it from my old KTM 300. It's not original KTM, it's a service or some crap like that. I drilled two holes a little bit wider and it fits perfectly to the original triple clamp of the Honda CRF300. The headlamp still not changed. I will do something about it because it's kind of big, bulky and heavy, I guess. But most importantly, this light is weak. It's actually weak. It's okay to commute. But if you're driving in the night and you want to have some more power from your headlight, you have to change it because this one is kind of weak. So moving that way, the next thing we got is a bar and the grips and the controls itself. Actually, I'm going to lower the bike so you can see it better. So I got razors from Rizoma, and they are actually not only razors, they also switch from 22 to 1 inch because I have a fat bar mounted. That's the pump from the KTM. The switch is a like universal switch from the kill switch, but it's actually starting the engine, but the rubber around it broke, so I have to change that to a new one. The entire grip with both wires is from Yamaha Tenere, and of course I have heated grips from Oxford because they're the best. The smart controller is amazing. You can turn it on without actually starting the bike. and after 30 seconds the controller will notice that there is no charge from the engine. It's already noticing that the bike doesn't charge, and after 60 seconds going into the safe mode, it will shut down. So it will never surprise you that you come to the empty battery. The handle here, this part is from Yamaha Tenere, and this part is from like a small stunt brake. I grind it and modified it so it fits. It's actually very nice because now I can have a one finger clutch. The clutch on the CRF original clutch is super light. This controller is original, but it doesn't work like original. The turning light switch actually operates the headlight on off, and this one is for original high beam. The bar, I don't remember where it's from. I think I had that in my Yamaha Tenere, the World Raid, but I'm not sure. All this was removed once, but I have to put it back because the reservoir turns out to be important, because Honda spills a lot of fluid if you don't have a reservoir, and after a day or two this one was missing a lot of coolant, so I put the reservoir back. The cover for the radiator is changed. So moving on, we have removed the secondary air system, the whole box here with the charcoal filter. All this is thrown away. Now this part is from CRF300, the cross bike, and the rest is done by me. And the silencer, it's cut in half and shortened it. It actually came from the Yamaha Phaser 600 or 1000, don't remember. The shock absorber on the back, absolutely original, no modification. The only thing I did is this two big nuts for the preload on a spring. They all the way down. Yes, it's super soft, and if you want to jump with the bike, well, I'm guessing you're on the wrong bike from the start. The brake pedal from Apico, very nice and sharp titanium, and there is a wire so you don't get crap between it when you drive in the forest. The original engine guard was removed, and I'm using this one a little bit bulkier. It works fine, it's light. I didn't want to use any big aluminum plate because I don't hit this part so much. I hit it once. I get kind of scared because it was actually hard impact, but as I can see, nothing to it. I took it off when I was changing the oil and there is no damage on the frame. So this one is good enough for me. Next, not original thing, is this brake line here. So changed from the, it goes straight from the pump to the caliper, unlike original, which goes first to the ABS, which is in the front, and then it goes back to the caliper. And also the sensor on the back has been removed. The caliper and the brake disc completely original and stock. The air filter is from Twinner. The airbox is original, but it's I removed the inlet rubber, so it has a little bit more air. The engine vent hose is original, stays there, you need that. There's absolutely nothing different inside the engine, like clutch, filters, pumps and anything like that, camshaft, everything is absolutely original. I never even opened this engine once. On that side, the gear pedal is some light aluminum. I changed it because I didn't want to use the original metal one. The sprocket cover is removed, and there is a plug to charge your battery, because I changed the battery. Is this, I don't remember the brand, but it's one of those super light batteries. Very small, very light and very powerful. The pegs are absolutely original. Now the side stand is cut off. The original side stand is completely cut off, and this side stand came from the Yamaha Tenere, which is just welded into the frame. And I did that only because original side stand for the Honda CRF stops here, and I want my side stand to go all the way up, so I weld the side stand from Yamaha Tenere. It's grind it and cut it and weld it and modify it so it fits, and yeah, it works nice. And also it's nice because it's aluminum, and the original was actually steel. Another thing I changed is the engine guide slash the sprocket protector. I changed that one to a nice bulky plastic from a service. It's lighter, it works better, and it's not aluminum like the original, so it won't bend. The sprocket I changed from 40 to 42, but chain and sprockets will be changed soon because they are in the need of that. The hose in the tire is original. Like I said, they're very good from the factory, and the tire has been changed multiple times. Once I have to even remove that flap, but now it's back on. On the back here on the frame, this original part is completely cut off. There's lots of brackets, like there was a helmet holder here and some other brackets inside there that have been welded and have been part of the frame. Those ones are cut off and removed completely. And the light on the back, it's some very cheap LED bar. I just mounted into the last part of the frame, which was also cut and welded in many places, but yeah, you don't have to do that. There was an original big box here for tools and stuff. This one is removed. Now when it comes to the inside of the bike, lots of stuff is removed, lots of cables, lots of controllers and sensors. I cut them off, like I said, the entire ABS. The little switch that is here for the ABS, all those cables are removed, sensors, metal brake pipes are removed from the ABS. Some small brackets and some small parts under the plastics are also cut and removed, but that's just my idea. So are there things that I regret doing? No. Are there things I want to still do? Yes, a lot. Like I want to get rid of the ignition, the switch. I wish to keep somehow the steering lock. Instead of ignition key, I want to have some kind of button somewhere hidden so I can press it and the bike starts. I also, like I said, I want to change the headlight because I don't like this one. I wish to remove the speedometer somehow so I can keep just like a very small one like the KTM enduro bikes have that shows you only the speed. And I want to change the fuel tank to the transparent one from Acerbis, and then I don't need to have a fuel sensor because I can just see how much fuel I got. Maybe I'm also going to change triple clamps to something lighter. They made of aluminium, so I don't think that's going to be super easy to find something even lighter than this. They quite light from the factory, but definitely all those brackets here holding the headlamp, they made of metal. I can see them, they're very big and thick. So we're going to do something about that someday. I used to have a heating mat in the seat, but I noticed I don't need this anymore because on this bike you're quite more active when you drive. You have to move, you have to catch your balance, you have to keep the bike in line. Because the bike is lighter, is a little bit more affected by the environment, like winds and cars passing you. I noticed that this heating mat was good in Tenere, because Tenere was 220 kilo. It was heavy and stable on the road, so you don't move as much, which means you're not warming yourself up and you're getting kind of cold. And I use that mat in Tenere, but in this bike I'm not using it because I'm working all the time on the bike. When it comes to the ignition and fuel injection, it's absolutely original, no changes. The forks and the shock absorber, absolutely original. Like I said, if you need to upgrade them because of your riding style, you're perhaps on the wrong bike from the start. So maybe CRF300 is for you. Because like I said, this bike is not for jumping, it's not for motocross, and it's not for hard enduro. So if you want to do that and you have to modify your suspension, perhaps you're on the wrong bike. The modification that makes me most happy is the exhaust, because I like the sound and I lost a lot of weight here on the back. The handlebar itself, I really like the angle and how it fits me. Heated grips, I love the heated grips. When you drive in the cold, they really, really help, and they allow you to completely forget about having your hands frozen, so you can focus on other stuff. If I ever find a pile of money on the end of the rainbow, I will buy a suspension just to try it, just to see how it is to have a very expensive and very nice upgraded suspension on a bike like that. But as far as now, it's not necessary for me. I really want the transparent fuel tank. I don't know why, because I would just want to see how much fuel I got. And also, if you're being chased by the police with a helicopter, they can see from the helicopter how much fuel you got left, so they can anticipate more or less when this chase is gonna end. The ECU modification, again, it comes to money. It's really expensive to send your ECU to put the new maps in, or buy some other ECU or some piggyback or some other devices, some power commanders and stuff like that. I wish to try this bike when it delivers 45 horsepower, if that's possible, and I heard it is, with proper expensive modification. It will be fun to do it, but do I need this? No. So as far as now, my modification ended up being removing all the stuff I don't need and changing some other stuff to the lighter one. That's it. I didn't do, like I said, nothing to the inside of the engine and suspension and any mapping. And the last thing I almost forgot to mention is my genius idea, which I came up many years ago with. And if any major manufacturer wants to do that, remember, it's my patent. It's changing all the bolts so they can be opened with the small set of keys, just like this. I'm carrying this in my back pocket in the jacket, or in my backpack if I have a backpack on, and with this set of key I can remove absolutely everything. There's still some bolts that cannot be removed because I still didn't get them. Like I said, I'm changing them when I have to remove the bolts. So let's say if I have to open the clutch cover, I'll remove all the bolts, and then instead of putting them back, I will change them to the bolts that can be opened with the Umbraco set. But as far as now, I change a lot of them, so it's really nice idea. As soon as I will be able to modify anything else, I will let you know and show you how it's working and how it's done and is it worth it. So to sum up, is any of what I did to my bike necessary? Absolutely not. I could have absolutely original CRF300L here on the bench and it will go as good as this one. So all the mods I did are just for me and I'm happy with the bike as it is now. We have a very bad weather outside today. Lots of snow melted for the last 2-3 days and now is a lot of ice and water and mud on the road. So that makes me think about only one thing.